Good morning, everybody, and how are you? I barely finished my breakfast before I got in here, but something woke me up. You know, when you eat and then sometimes you feel a little sluggish. I know OJ, the fake Bombay, goes through it. He has been demanding 2 breakfasts every morning. The minute he can see his reflection at the bottom of that bowl, he starts this. Only fake Bombays do that. And so then he wants to eat again. And that's what happens. But this woke me up. I see someone's been having fun in here. Look at this. DT driver. I'm secretly super jealous of all the wrenches. Oh my. Let's take a vote. I'm going to start with Sonia Allen. So glad she's back. Followed with True Crime Beat. Should DT driver have a wrench? God only knows what would happen. But I'm going to let all of you vote. Katie, I thought you were my friend. Sonia, I thought you were my friend. Chrissy, hell, you might as well go ahead and give Paper Slut a wrench. True Crime Beat said only if he doesn't pocket mod. Might as well go ahead and give one to OJ. Good morning, sweet toughness. Melanie says, why not? Why not? Sonia said, I hear he changes tires. He does. He does. Pat K, there we go. All together now. Hashtag WWPD. WWPD. What would Pat do? Pat said no. Paper Slut said, laughing my ass off. This burden I will take upon myself. Yeah, you raise your own hell. We don't need your help. You see, the women around here, we can get ourselves into enough trouble. Speaking of trouble, let me tell you. Okay. Let me tell you. Sarah Boon. Sarah Boon. Look at that. True love has 4 paws, knows what's up. WWPD. Exactly. I know. I'm going to start calling her Pat 316. Did anybody ever watch WWF when it was actually called WWF? Now it's WWE. My kids used to love Stone Cold Steve Austin. So here's all my boys walking around. They thought they were Stone Cold Steve Austin. And they're stair steps. They still are. My oldest is 31. The next is 29. Will be 30. You wouldn't know it if you looked at me, by the way. Don't listen to what the fools out there tell you. DT Driver, if he wants a wrench, he'll tell you how dead fucking sexy I am. Then my youngest, he's 28. They all thought they were Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yep, Austin 316. So today I have changed it. I have changed it to Pat 316. Let's take a minute and tell everyone happy Thursday. And Gaelic Girl, thank you so much for the super sticker. You guys are in for a treat today. No, I'm not turning on my camera, as people have been asking. Well, why does she never turn on her camera? Everyone already knows what I look like. I guess I can do it for the people that already know, but that's okay. That is okay. I should just go ahead and turn it on every day, and you can see me fighting with OJ in the back. But it is quite the distraction. Thank you again, Gaelic Girl. Now let's talk about someone who I wish had her camera on all day long, and that is our girl, Sarah Boon. She has had a lot of time and black ink while she has been in the pokey, getting that county water, wearing those county Crocs, county haircut, you name it. Looking for a challenge? Ready for your close-up on national television? Are you zealous? Show the world. Show the world. Qualifications must include. This is one of the best ads I've ever seen in my life. This is the problem with our girl, Sarah. She has a lot of talents that she just never used. She just never used them. Inmate seeks attorney. Now, mind you, this was filed in the office. Clerk, Circuit Court, Orange County, Florida. Looking for prosperous challenge? Woo! Ready for your close-up on national television? Are you zealous with a side of keen? Show the world who you are with your original creativity, extraordinary expertise, confident ingenuity. Qualifications must include. I think you all are going to figure out what she left out, because this was sent to the court and it is part of her record if you go to Orange County, Florida. These are the qualifications. Being trustworthy, honest, passion-driven, open-minded. Oh, cool. Exceptional problem-solving skills. Client inclusion at all times. I'm telling you, you've got to be there for our girl, Sarah, 24/7. You can't have any other clients. I don't care if you are defending a murderer, a rapist. I don't care what it is. You must be available for Sarah at all times. Team orientation, collaboration. Sounds like a Vanilla Ice song. Collaborate and listen. She wants to collaborate with her legal team. Extreme efficiency in listening, communicating, understanding. Yes, you must understand, because one of her ideas is that she actually wants to sue the Samsonite company because it could have been faulty luggage. I'm going to talk about that later in the show because she actually could have tried that had she shut her big fat trap as opposed to collaborating with the authorities. Dedication to success, possessing a winning mindset, capability of excellence. I don't know who the hell's calling me. I don't know that person. Capability of excellence in representation, committed. Got to be committed. Maintaining faith in the client and case with the ability to think differently, overcome all circumstances. Epic opportunity awaits, my friends. Sarah Boon, number 200005623, Orange County Corrections Departments. Invest in the oppressed and believe. Wow, Sarah. Are you kidding me? Here is a small snippet of what her attorney will be dealing with. And then we're going to get to the whole enchilada of what they're going to be dealing with.
All right, cheers. I want you to sit back down because I don't want you to have one more sip of water, please.
Yes, go. That first level 29 residential audible 1303 Island Day Drive.
I'll do what I can to get you a cup because I don't want you to have to keep doing that.
The statement should have a proper to cancel the indication for front door. Try to that 1325. The motor unit on the panel.
The cups are like right there.
Here, 44 in the motor.
Right here. Don't talk to the ex-husband right now. I won't. Can I have a cigarette, please? Ma'am, I can't take anything out of the house. It's on the back porch. Nope. All of it. It's secure, okay? I'll try my best to get you what you need, okay? Maybe one of these deputies has a pack from someone, sit down and I'll try and get you what you need, okay?
Just cut, please.
Okay. I don't want you on your feet.
Our girl, Christine Alaska, Madam Secretary, she said, it's creative. Oh, it is. And she's got great penmanship. She's actually very artistic. Had she put those skills to use or learned to shut her mouth, things would have been different. Now, of course, throughout the trial, we will be playing bingo. We do have a conundrum. We have one that even the genius Sarah can't get us out of. Her trial starts October 7th, and it looks to me, not that I have any of the qualifications on her flyer. By the way, if you look at her flyer again, I need the Jeopardy music. The qualifications are everything except for a friggin' law degree. It says nothing about being part of a law firm, passing the bar, practicing law at all in any capacity. I mean, I think everybody in here, including myself, we're all zealous with a side of Keen. I know Paper Slut is. At this point, Lisa K. Ruitz would be her girl. I mean, let's face it. Lisa K. Ruitz, if she wasn't so busy taking care of the Rose Bly case, she would be right there. She would take care of all of this for our girl, Sarah. Because Sarah doesn't mention anything about a law degree, practicing law, ever even being inside of a courthouse. That's our girl, Sarah. She knows what she's looking for. She does. Anyone, look at this. Still Waters. For fuck's sake, I can't, Brooks. You can't defend Sarah? Sarah needs you all. Sarah needs you all. She's got a lot going on. We're going to go through a few things that are going to cause a problem for anyone that decides to take this epic opportunity. Epic opportunity.
A Florida woman who will soon be heading to trial for murder continues to cause a stir even from behind bars in jail. Sarah Boon is no stranger to courtroom antics. She cycled through a number of attorneys, 8 to be exact, and the judge over
8 to be exact, like Snow said. 8. 8 people took the epic opportunity, or it was thrown on their desk by the judge. Let's be fair, Sarah. Let's be fair. 8. And you couldn't get along with any of them. Maybe because you didn't have 24-hour access to them, because you're not O.J. Simpson. You are not O.J. Simpson. You're not. Giggle It Girl gifted 1 Crime Lines and Lies membership. Well, let's see who is hiding in the bushes today. Nope, Jannie Mae. She's right here. Congratulations, Jannie Mae. You are a proud owner of a Crime Lines and Lies membership for 30 days. So you collect up your 8 quarters and you keep that going, because you're going to love being a member. You're going to love it. Sarah takes the damn cake.
seeing her case seemingly is fed up with her antics. After granting emotional withdrawal from her last attorney, is now leaving Boon scrambling to find someone to represent her before she has to represent herself. But now she's taking matters into her own hands by crafting essentially a help wanted ad that she hopes will generate the attention to any attorney looking to represent her in her upcoming trial.
We have a few attorneys around here that have been disbarred for their own personal misdeeds. There's one I used to do medical settlements for, because he did a lot of personal injury cases. He got into some bad stuff. You know, we're still friends on Facebook. I might reach out to him and see if he wants an epic opportunity, because again, the help wanted ad does not mention that you actually have to be a damn attorney. You don't have to. You don't have to be an attorney. You just need to show the world who you are with your creativity, extraordinary expertise, and confident ingenuity. I can't even say that word. This has got LKR written all over it, but I digress.
The handwritten ad was included in a 6-page letter to Judge Michael Kranick dated on July 8th. In the letter, like many others written before it, Boon writes to the judge asking for what she believes she'll need for her trial. On the first page of the letter, Boon writes in part, "Where's my discovery? I'm still waiting for you to provide me with the contents of what former attorney Cashman supplied to you in the court at the surprise status hearing held in secret on June 28th. Your designated clock of unfair judgment ticks empty and incessantly while waiting for you to deliver. As usual, it's in your favor. And your nonchalant, relaxed, unconcerned attitude of me to receive you are robbing me of precious, life-saving time to fully and properly defend myself." Cashman, who Boon...
This is what Sawa does not understand about her own case. For one, she was offered a plea deal. She didn't take it, okay? She wasn't going to get the charges that she has now. A few more years, she would be out. Just a few more. She would actually upgrade from those county haircuts to state haircuts. And she would see the light of day soon. When she defends herself, unless the jury just finds her hilarious, which didn't work for Daryl Brooks. She says life-saving, though. Girlfriend, you're not up for the death penalty. I can tell you right now in a nutshell what happened. Her and George Torres had a crazy relationship. They both got into the Xanny. They both got into the Walgreens wine. She put him in the suitcase. He got knocked down the stairs. She came downstairs. She was so out of her mind drunk that she didn't even remember taking the video. And he kept saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. She goes, well, then you better shut the fuck up. He kept going, Sella, Sella, Sella. She goes, that's my name. Don't wear it out. That's my name. Don't wear it out. She didn't even know she took the video, even though she took it. She has no idea what's in for her.
Boon refers to in her letter is Patricia Cashman, Boon's 8th court-appointed attorney, who in June requested to be removed from Boon's case, citing irreconcilable differences. In the judge's response to Cashman's motion, Judge Kranick wrote, as of June 26, 2024, this case has been pending 4 years, 3 months, 5 days from the date of the filing of the information on March 23rd of 2020. Actions speak louder than words. Although defendant's words seemingly reveal a desire to go to trial, however, as set forth herein, her actions and inability to work with court-appointed counsel are repeated over and over. Boon continues her most recent letter by continuing to beg for the discovery in her case. But she also notes, I do not have access to a computer to view these materials. I'm doing my very best to figure this and everything else out as I go in my newly unwanted forced position of pro se. Please do not penalize me even greater than being already. I'm trying. Then Boon takes a dig at her former attorney as she writes, Cashman, I'm glad I could help you shine in the courtroom in front of the judge by you professionally and finally bringing everything I've been asking for since day one, and after I included you on my letter to the judge ensuring return, unlike you who did not include me on your motion to withdraw, surprise, and I had to find out from someone else, an officer, 3 days before the surprise status hearing, so you would even know what to bring. Then Boon's seeming frustration goes towards the judge as she writes, how much real time will I have to prepare and properly, especially the fact that you have me doing everything while incarcerated? What happens when more time must be utilized to discover where my lost discovery is? I've been asking for repeatedly. She goes on to write, your time constraints are extreme and unreasonable. Your decision you claim to have considered from your order is illogical and unfair, specifically that it has been malformed by your ignorance and experience of my case, misinterpretation, straight lies from the attorneys appointed.
This is not a good way to talk to the judge. You see, out of everyone involved in the case, to be quite honest, the judge would be the most ignorant one. You know why? Because he's not the investigator. He's not the defense attorney. He's not the prosecutor. He's there to oversee everything and make sure it's done by the letter of the law, unless he was appointed by a former president. But we don't have to worry about that with this judge. He had just friggin' had it with her. Okay? But he's not ignorant. You see, you don't get to be a judge, in some counties it happens, if you're ignorant. That's not a good way to get your way, Sarah. That's not a good way. And I don't know what they taught her in 3rd grade, but you have to phrase your paragraphs different, and you have to start on the other side of the margin. You don't write through them.
They are brazen to stand at your pulpit in your courtroom and commit perjury to your face in the world. But yet, it's me. By page 4, Boon rants about how she believes the court is sabotaging her and setting her up for failure, as she claims the judge's order removing her 8th court-appointed attorney was unfair and as a part of the reason she's writing another letter. Toward the tail end of the letter, Boon mentions it might not be the last letter we see from her. She writes, "Oh wait, my posting, everything supposedly is public record. And there is no notice at all. Another it's in your favor moment. It's a group effort, saboteurs. Surprise, I shall return. Nothing is impossible. Believe, hopeful, grateful, waiting. Thank you for posting, Sarah Boon." But Boon had one final dig for Judge Cranick, writing, "Remember, please, Judge Cranick, fair, neutral, impartial, you must be always." The final page of the letter includes her very interesting wanted ad, as she seemingly hopes it'll grab the eyes of an attorney that will defend her in her upcoming trial. The ad reads, "Inmate seeking attorney. Looking for a prosperous challenge? Ready for your close-up on national television? Are you zealous with the side of keen? Show the world who you are with your original creativity, extraordinary expertise, confident ingenuity." And in true Boon fashion, she lists her own set of qualifications, which include being trustworthy, honest, passion-driven, open-minded, exceptional problem-solving skills, client inclusion at all times, team orientation, collaboration, extreme efficiency in listening, communicating, understanding, dedication to success, possessing a winning mindset, maintaining faith in the client and case with ability to think differently, overcome all circumstances. Boon refers to the opportunity as epic while ending the letter with her inmate number before writing, "Invest in the oppressed, believe." Boon's case has been pushed back various times, in part due to the constant rotation of attorneys, as all have withdrawn from her case. One of her previous attorneys even told the previous judge overseeing her case.
This is a really good question. Stephanie Murray, is she in general population in jail? Oh, yes, she is. And she is the belle of the ball. Let me tell you, she is a popular inmate there. She knows her rights. She talks to other people. Most everyone else that comes in there, they're there for like 24 hours on a DUI or some silly pot charge, or they're out within a week. She's the only long-termer. She's like the big girl in Orphan Annie, the one that knew all the rules around Mrs. Hannigan's orphanage. Oh, yeah. Oh, they love her. Hell, I've been trying to get TCB to get a DUI just to be in jail with her, and she won't do it. TCB won't drink alcohol. She doesn't like it. It upsets her stomach. Could you imagine? TCB undercover. True crime beat. Undercover. True crime beat. True crime beat. True crime beat.
Case, he couldn't represent her because of the comments she made to him.
Judge, the letters that have been coming to your honor, the derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her.
And this is coming from a dirtbag defense attorney. Her derogatory statements, she called him a weakling, a doofus. To me, that's not too derogatory. That's just the world I live in. But he just flat out had it. He had it. It's almost like he's trying to divorce Sawa because he's like irreconcilable differences. I can't get along with her. Can't do it.
She doesn't trust me. She calls me a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
And the previous judge who oversaw her case had some harsh yet poignant words toward Boone that the attorneys might not be the problem.
But one thing I want to caution you about, if this becomes a problem on another court-appointed attorney, I'm going to look more closely at what the alleged disputes are. You have a right to a court-appointed lawyer. There are certain decisions a defendant gets to make in the defense of their case that are absolutely theirs, such as whether they go to trial or not, such as whether they testify or not. But there are many decisions in a case that a lawyer gets to make. And while you certainly have a right to consult with your lawyer and discuss with your lawyer, they don't automatically just do whatever you say. They use their professional judgment and experience and look at the evidence, look at the law, and do the best they can.
Boone has been behind bars since February of 2020 in connection to the...
That is solid advice. That is sound advice from the judge. I'm here to caution you. If you can't get along with these attorneys, that the state of Florida, people like TCB or Rexy, that comes out of their tax dollars, are making sure that you have a defense. Any other Floridians in here? I'm here to warn you. If this continues, you're going to be up shit creek without a paddle. Well, she is, and that's the reason she sat in her cell and she colored this picture for, as she says, all the world to see. Look at that, Pat K. Thank you so much. Josephine Rock, look at that. You have been gifted a membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And she was not forced to represent herself. She can go sell that ice to another Eskimo because they won't buy it. Let's take a second and get our umbrellas. Oh, she truly is. Look at that. D-mystery obsessed. Floridian here. There you go. 8 attorneys. 8 attorneys. What I was saying until I lost my train of thought, which happens often, we have a conundrum. I'm trying to use big words like Sella. Of a conundrum. In October, she's going to have to go. She's going to have to go to trial. I don't see anyone putting it off. They're just going to let her go in there and play her shit show. She's been doing it for years. So that's October 7th. Okay, October 9th is supposed to be the start of Leilani Simon's trial. Now, I do have a feeling with Leilani's trial, in the case of little baby Quentin, and how he was murdered and put into a landfill, I do have a feeling that trial might be pushed back a little ways. If not, we're going to have to juggle here, my friends, because I know we don't want to miss either one of them. We damn sure don't want to miss Sella, but we certainly do not want to miss what's coming for Leilani. No way. No way, no how.
The death of her boyfriend, Jorge Torres. Torres was found dead inside a suitcase at the couple's apartment. His final moments were even captured on a video taken by Boone herself, as Torres can be heard asking to be freed from the suitcase while Boone can be heard laughing.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Sarah.
Yeah, that's when you choke me.
Sarah.
Then another video shows the suitcase in a different position, which investigators say suggests it has been moved. In this video, Torres can be heard pleading to be let out of the suitcase.
Sarah.
Boon told police she and Torres were drinking wine and playing a game of hide and seek. During the game, she claims they both jokingly thought it would be funny if Torres got in the suitcase. In body cam footage, she claims to have went upstairs and passed out in her bed, then woke up hours later and found Torres unresponsive and not breathing, still inside the suitcase.
I fell asleep.
Okay.
Forgetting that he was
So
in
you
the
guys
suitcase.
were playing the hide and go seek.
Yes.
And at some point you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it would be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, squirm a little bit, whatever it is.
I zipped him up and thought it'd be funny to make him squirm a little bit or whatever it is. That's what she says. Make him squirm a little bit. Jannie Mae said she flipped it over. I still think with all the contusions and the injury to the back of his head, for one, he damn sure deserves justice. But when she said that she had gotten that suitcase out of the closet upstairs, I think he got in that suitcase up there and it went sliding down the stairs and it landed the other way. Because there's no way she could zip it up upside down. Remember, she said that she took a shower and she was upstairs waiting on some sexy time with George. Well, George can't do it when he's upside down in a suitcase. But obviously, the forensics, the investigators, the people that know what they're talking about, like Lisa K. Ruitz, they will say something at trial. They'll explain how that suitcase got that way.
But then I fell asleep.
Mhm.
I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
Right
You
where
got
it
in
is.
it. Right down there?
Yes.
You zipped him in there.
Yes.
Thought it would be funny, a little
It
joke.
was. We both were laughing about it.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep
Where did you fall asleep at?
upstairs.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase still.
Okay. And then you came back downstairs
This morning or this
around
afternoon, yes, when I got up.
ballpark, what time?
12:30-ish. I was awake, but I totally forgot that he was in the suitcase.
But during her police interrogation, Boon denied zipping up the suitcase entirely, while investigators say the evidence says otherwise.
And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out. We should probably see that hole. That
He
you're
essentially
talking
would have
about.
been able to get out.
Huh.
Alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been able to get out.
Okay.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
I did not zip it up all the way.
Okay, well.
I did not zip it up all the way. This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
It is terrible.
Yeah, somebody else-
Horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right. I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole knowing that it's there. He'll get out no problem. Because you
And
don't,
then he doesn't,
but
but you don't go check on him. You say you're up for 30 minutes and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm in the bed.
You even moved,
And dozed off.
you admit to moving the suitcase, like, over.
You roll
So
it.
you roll it out, like, it's not like,
I didn't want it to be like that. Don't.
you didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now. I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what is what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, if you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much it, look, that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart.
Now, 4 years later and 3 months away from her
I love when she talks to the investigator. And by the way, the woman investigator she won't be testifying. I don't know why, but she won't be. But there's Sarah saying to her, I hope you take that to heart. I hope you take that to heart. The best thing they can do in this county, the best thing they can do is sit her down, since she doesn't have an attorney, reoffer the plea deal, and save the county the money. Unless they're just looking for the entertainment value, I don't know. Does anyone think that she truly was looking to murder him? You know, the big M. Or do you really think it is, well, I mean, what it appears? She got drunk. He got into the suitcase because there's no way she could have put him in there. She got in one of her alcoholic rages, pushed him down the stairs, but she's not going to take responsibility for what she didn't remember because she was hit with this like a cement brick. Now, some people will say, no, I think she absolutely meant to. I think she absolutely meant to. Look at that cat. This is what I would call the $1 million question. Why was she not seeking a lawyer at this point? That is the question. That is still the question. Why would she not say, I need a lawyer? Every statement she gave them from the minute she called 911 to today has been voluntary statements.
trial. At this time, it's unclear if Boon will manage to get another attorney to represent her in her trial, because the other alternative, which Boon has made clear she doesn't want, is to represent herself. At this time, the judge hasn't responded to Sarah Boon's letter. According to online records, Boon's trial is slated for October 7th of this year. She's also slated to be in a hearing ahead of her trial, and that hearing is scheduled for September 24th.
And September 24th, she's going to be able to shine in her own light. Now, again, if somebody out there takes this inmate seeking attorney, are you looking for a prosperous challenge? If someone decides to take the epic opportunity and defend her, now, one thing they're going to have to do is a lot of work. They're going to have to figure out how to get a lot of her statements thrown out so the jury doesn't hear them. I've never been in a situation like that, so I wouldn't even know how to tell you how to do it. But as we've seen with different trials over the years, we've been talking about with Alexi Treviso. That's what they're doing right now. They're trying to get her own statements thrown out. But this is the biggie. She voluntarily gave her cell phone to investigators. Oh yeah, because she's Miss Helpful. She's the Girl Scout. It's not intentional. It's not intentional. I'm the smartest girl in middle school. You know, I was going to be an astronaut. I was doing arts and crafts. All that stuff. Well, this is what they found. But the smartest person in the room didn't know. what was on her own damn cell phone. So you might want to mute yourself because this is not something that everybody wants to hear.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra.
Okay, this is so inaudible that the closed captioning won't even pick it up. Boy Mama said, was he abusing her physically? Both. Both of them. They were both back and forth. She got so mad at him at a Publix, not public, but a Publix. You Florida people know what I'm talking about. That she hit him in the back of the head with the 5-pound sack of potatoes. She said, pick him up, you spick, because she hit him so hard that it broke the sack of potatoes. So yeah, it's back and forth. And no, I'm not being racist. I'm repeating what Sarah did. Good morning, muscles and mascara. Now listen, this is the reason, listen to her. This is the reason she did not remember this video.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Because you might want extra. Anyone else? I mean, I heard extra. I don't know what that language is.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah. Please, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut up.
Sarah.
Shh.
Sarah.
And of course, the question is, how can he not get out of the suitcase? We know she's wasted. We can guess he might have had some intoxicants in his system. Still, I'm trying to figure out, how big an old boy are you? Going back to the Uncle Rico days on Napoleon Dynamite. How big an old boy are you? How can you not break that zipper? I'm telling you, had she had an attorney, and I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this defense at all. But we've seen some crazy stuff in other cases. Well, they'll turn around like Alexi Treviso. They're suing the hospital for what she did. If old Sarah had shut her mouth and gotten an attorney, hell, she might be a stock owner in Samsonite by now. But she just can't get out of her way. Now, here's another example of what the attorney, as if there's ever going to be one, that takes the epic opportunity. They're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with this. Because I can tell you something right now. If it was my husband in that suitcase, he would use elbows, knees, his head, you name it. He'd get out of there. But I don't know. I don't think he's ever been in a suitcase. All right, this is where she's sitting in her interrogation. She's getting ready to get hit with cold, hard facts. She's going to get hit with truths. This is when her eyes get peeled open and she realizes, well, for one, she should have already realized since she walked into a room with two detectives where she's in the corner and there's not a window in sight. Not a window in sight. So she should have known right then she was there not for a meeting, not for a team collaboration, not to check on how she's doing. She was there for an interrogation.
In our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out.
Okay, so she says right there, the suitcase was buried all the way in the back. I'm sure you people, sounds racist to me, I'm sure you people saw it buried all the way in the back. That's where it had been buried. And our closet needs to be cleaned out. So right there, she's giving them culpability. She wasn't too drunk to know where to go get the suitcase. Are you following me? So she's given them these statements.
Really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not? But obviously, no. I understand,
Okay. All of this sounds really stupid, the way I'm picking this apart, but it's really important. She's shaking her head, no. Have you ever zipped him up into anything before, since this is your idea of a fun night? Nope. But that night, I got into the closet between the puzzles, the artwork, the Walgreens wine, the Xannies, and I got that suitcase. But nope, he's never been zipped up before. It's damn sure not his fault for getting the suitcase out. He didn't zip himself out. She did. And she's giving nothing but voluntary statements.
You're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter. You were laughing, he was laughing. But what I'm just asking is, in the past, like, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So,
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
well,
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password?
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking me if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay, does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's a
Yeah.
shared phone. Okay, how did?
Okay, this line of questioning should have freaked her the F out. Because why would anyone be asking her about the phone? Do you have facial recognition? Oh, yeah, that was me. That was me that used the phone. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She's describing how you even get into her own damn phone. I'd have been like, hold on right there. George wasn't found in the phone. He was found in the suitcase. Now, for the smartest woman in Florida, she doesn't seem to understand how she's being led into a confession. Or I couldn't say confession so much. She's being led into, well, making this damn flyer. Nobody would need this epic opportunity had she shut her flap and not said any of this stuff. Gone through 8 attorneys. You don't talk to detectives by yourself. They're trained to talk to people. Nobody in this room that I know of is trained to talk to people and get information out of them. No one. No one that I know, except for my husband. That's the reason I try to keep my conversations with him as short as possible. JTB will tell you. Sometimes when you're talking to ex-law enforcement or current law enforcement, you know, you can't just get asked a question. It's never, have you seen this? It's, you say no. Then it turns into 20 more questions. And it's like, hold on. I already told you, I don't know where your damn chips are. Okay? Either they got stale and I threw them away, or someone ate the damn things. However, when you're sitting in a room with no windows and you're being asked things like, how do you get into your phone? Have you ever zipped him up before? Nope, never. She should have shut up and lawyered up for 2 reasons. One, she's made a mess out of the legal system in Florida. She has. They could have had this done years ago. And 2, she has caused more harm to George's family. She truly has. They need this behind them as well so they can get into their grieving, if that makes sense.
Does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does
Bring
he
it
get
to me.
into it? Because it's password protected.
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes too, like look, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password and he doesn't have the facial recognition.
No,
But he is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming, other than.
well, Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I get my phone, I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
George and them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
Okay, this is where it gets juicy. Now you're going to watch. You can only see the top of her head. I'm not making a sexual comment. You can only see the top of her head. She does not know why they're asking about how do you get into your phone, facial recognition, password, what's the 411 home skillet? Well, we found this. I'd have been like, oh, really? What? She's so ignorant. She probably thinks they found the key to her innocence. Lisa Wilson said, Brooks, when my husband starts questioning me about where the chips are, I want to duct tape his mouth shut. I instead just leave the house. That's how it goes. Paper Slut, do you ever have a question about where the chips or anything around your house are? Thomas, we have a couple of dudes in here. I know what would happen if somebody questioned Gaelic about the chips. They'd be shitting chips. All right, so here you go. This is where they say we found something.
So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I get my son, maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
She goes, no, I don't remember that. But your battery's about to die. Probably because they have watched this probably 50 times that day. Trying to figure out if they're seeing what they're seeing. No, I don't remember that. But your battery's about to die. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Talk about the jackpot.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
It used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right. No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and.
No.
Okay, but why did you say it like that? Like.
I don't think you all understand who I am, where.
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
Okay, now then. This is where everyone gets put in check. I was a straight-A student. I'm an excellent mother to my son. I excel at everything. I excel at everything. Look at the flyer she made. I excel at everything. Straight A student, excellent mother to my son. I excel at everything. I would never do that. Well, you excelled at taking a video of what the state of Florida is calling second-degree murder now, when they would have given you involuntary manslaughter, and you would probably be looking at getting out around 2026.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay. No, it's just the way you said it.
You guys
were
are scaring me.
Why?
Well, we just want you to watch this. It came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Me personally, and I've never been in a hot seat like this. Okay. Don't let Slim, AV, Chloe, or Jules misguide you. I've never been in a hot seat like this. The minute someone says, I have found something that you know nothing about, right there is where I wouldn't get curious. Don't get me wrong, I'd be itching and dying to know. But I would say, time to go home. Sounds like I need an attorney. Because y'all have me in the corner and it's time for me to go. But her arrogance and the fact that she excels at everything and her straight A's get in the way of herself. You know, the people that cut their nose to spite their face, that's Sarah. You know, the people that can't see the forest for the trees, that's our Sarah. She wants to know what they know, but that's not going to do her any good because she tries to explain her way out of it. And I know a lot of people get irritated with when we listen to what these criminals say and people go, oh, you know, they're not telling the truth. They're just full of bullshit. They don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, nobody can lie all the time. There's truth in there somewhere. And that's what detectives are trained to do. Not me. But that's what they're trained to do because they know there's like little nuances they can pick out and they can investigate and say, that did happen. That did happen. That did happen. Because they want to talk themselves out of the corner they painted themselves into. You get pulled over and someone hands you a ticket for speeding. Thank you, officer. And deal with it from there. There's no, oh, I was in a hurry because I just had to get the kids to school. Then I had to go over and see my mom. Shut up. Just shut up.
Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
OMG. Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take. Girl, you recognize their battery. How did you not recognize your own battery? You took the video. If you were smart, you would get an attorney, you would have gone to rehab, and you would have taken what the state offered you. But since you have straight A's, you were going to be an astronaut, you're a great mother, and, well, I mean, to be quite honest, she's the biggest asshole and dumbass I've ever come across. I mean, I would even say she's just a tad dumber than Candace Wells. Just a tad. Sad fact of the matter is Hawkins County doesn't do things the way this county does.
I don't know how much I can take.
I don't know how to find her.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No, it's-
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And this
Fuck
is,
you.
that's you, your voice.
Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it on. Sarah, I can't fucking breathe, man. Terrific. Yeah, that's when you do and you choke me. Sarah. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. and you
I
went to
flipped him
bed.
over.
Sarah, I can't breathe it.
I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
And there's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying, fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
I flipped it, she said. Now remember, what we have seen that was released, that was on the local news station, News Nation, Law and Crime, Court TV. It's not the whole video. It's not the whole enchilada. You know, cheese, beef, chicken, pico de gallo, queso, guacamole. It's not all of it. But they're going to see all of that at trial because they're explaining something to her we haven't seen. See, now it's over here and it's upside down, you know. Oh, because I flipped it. Oh, and there's the detective. Interesting. So you flipped it. So you flipped it instead of just unzipping it? Now, let's just say you were the DA and you get a copy of this interrogation and you had to go through 4 hours of this. We only have snippets, okay? That's all we have. But you had to go through all this. What would you charge her with? Some people would say first-degree murder. Some people would say, second because she's drunk. Right there, retro girl. She said red rum. Red rum. Our girl Susan, M in the first. So how does Miss Straight A's and the smartest person in the room not take the plea that was offered to her years ago? Second-degree murder, you do not have to prove intent. But she was offered involuntary. She didn't take it. And let's face it, we know that our prisons are overcrowded. They wouldn't have kept Sewa there the whole time. I think the max in Florida is 80% of your time, unless you were given life or, of course, capital. She wouldn't have been there forever and a day. But she says right there, I flipped it.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
but not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
And his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
What does fuck you mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
like he
partner...
does. Like, I get told everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers.
He'll be up here
looks
any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you
He's
think
not
he's
able to get out.
joking? You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we
laughing.
first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you
No.
recording this?
No.
Okay, this is really screwing her up because this comes down to time. Time. Time is relevant. Money is relevant. Emotions and what you think are not. Now, that is a big cannonball for people. I'm just going to abbreviate it as S, A, C, and J. Time is relevant because it's facts. Money is relevant because it's facts. You can see. You can see where the money went. So when she says, this is at 11:12, had he been in there for a long time before? No. But you don't remember taking the video. You don't remember taking it. They handed you the brush. They handed you the bucket of paint. And you painted yourself right into a corner that there's no way you can get out of. You idiot.
No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
and
I
you're
didn't,
the only one laughing.
but I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like,
He's never been locked in a suitcase. That's
No.
where he couldn't get out. So,
It's kind of, I thought it was
and
the
you know
boy
the oxygen.
crying wolf kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging. And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
well, I know what,
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
oh,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
Just because I went upstairs and, just
You
because
told
you're
us-
drunk doesn't mean that
You
you,
told us several times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so right there, Magenta Shirt said it. Mr. Magenta said it. Someone that took 2 videos and then a photo. We've only seen 1 video. We've only seen 1. Just imagine what they're going to show the jury. When Sarah has to roll in and defend herself on October 7th. Or how about September 24th, when she has to go and represent herself? Everybody, Rain Girl is new here. She said, first time I've seen your channel. Everybody, let's welcome Rain Girl. Look at this. Everybody give a huge welcome to Rain Girl. And Rain Girl, we are live every day at 9 a.m. Central Time. Sometimes, if Kat's not busy in the afternoon, we'll be live twice, or someone else.
Where you all are coming from.
Well, we're just trying to make sense of it. We're trying to figure out what
We're
you're
trying to
saying.
figure out this
You
video.
explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did, like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was, my plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to, he'll be up here any minute.
But
But
you
again-
willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase,
So why didn't you take him out?
because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think he's asking to come out? He
I
can't
didn't do it
breathe.
intentionally.
What do you think is gonna happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was your
suitcase,
plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go to check on him? Maybe I shouldn't?
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it
like,
didn't happen.
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the
You
whole,
tell us.
it's the drinking. That's what it is.
Okay, now it's the drinking. Had she not said a word. Now, mind you, when they had the body cam on her, when she was doing this, let's refresh our memories. When she was drinking out of the spigot, that was awesome, by the way. And she grabbed that sleeve to wipe her mouth off, and she wanted a Dr. Pepper and a cigarette, and she was ordering everyone around as if she was at a Hilton Garden Inn. Had she just shut her mouth then, she might have had a leg to stand on. And I very rarely am on the side of the defense. And I'm not saying I'm on her side. I've just never seen a defendant so stupid with straight A's.
All right, cheers. I want you to sit back down because I don't want you to have one more sip of water. Yes, go on.
That person on 29 residential audible 1303 Island Day Drive.
I'll do what I can to get you a cup because I don't want you to have to keep doing that.
Maintenance, the maintenance should have a proper to cancel the indications for front door. Right to that 1325. The motor unit on the channel.
The cups are like right there.
044 and motor.
Sit right here. Don't talk to the ex-husband right
Oh,
now.
I won't.
Can I have a cigarette, please?
Ma'am,
I can't take anything out of the house. It's on the back porch. Nope. All of it. It's secure, okay? I'll try my best to get you what you need, okay? Maybe one of these deputies has a pack from someone, sit down and I'll try and get you what you need, okay?
just cut, please.
Okay. I don't want you on your feet. Yep. And she continues and continues and continues to talk. Is it just me or does anyone else feel bad for Mr. Magenta here? I would be ready to retire. I would be like, I was not signed up for this. I wasn't signed up for this nonsense. No way. But look at this. Emma Rising. Look at that. She was just gifted a Crime Lines and Lies membership.
I hope she got her umbrella. All right. I feel bad for the officer. I do. Or the detective. Detectives don't like to be called officers. I gotta slap myself. Brooks, don't say that again. I've got to learn all of my words, okay?
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mhm. His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
Make them comment. I mean,
OMG. She has the nerve to ask someone who's getting ready to arrest her. What are you doing? Trying to make it worse? By the way, Wiss said she hasn't seen the body cam. There is the complete playlist for Sarah. And yes, as you can tell, like Susan said, she is big mad now. Oh, she big mad.
That was there yesterday. I think she took your photos.
Okay, so you would think at this point she would ask for an attorney. But at this point, it's way too late because they're there to get her DNA. They're there to scrape the nails, swab the cheeks, do all the fun stuff. When she walked in and they started asking questions, she could have easily said, I need an attorney. But at that point, since she voluntarily had given them the phone and everything, they might have already had everything that they needed. I don't know. I don't work in that field.
So I'm just going to take a swab and go around on one hand and then do the separate one for your other hand. Okay. Right hand.
He's still sitting there. He still has nothing to say. Yep, she's sitting totally still as they scrape her nails, do all of this to get her DNA. How does she still not know what's going down? How does she not know? And if this was 1976 and there was no cameras, those detectives would have been queuing her a new one.
Talked a little bit. Thank you. Okay. I'm done with all these. Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay. Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth?
Holy hell. Listen again. Hang on, it's my friend Gina. I'll call her back in a second. She says, by the way, my friend Gina is African American. We've been really good friends for a long time, but she doesn't like the term African American. She just says black. So if anyone can get a hold of Slim, Avie, Chloe, or Jules, you can let them know that I do have friends that are not just white as Wonder Bread. That would be nice, because in 2024, it is not cool to be labeled with what they're trying to label me with. So here comes the detective saying, you are not free to go. You are not free to go. Okay, so right there, they would have seen a puddle under that chair. A big old puddle of piss. Because I would have been pissing myself, but not laughing. Now, please watch Sarah's reaction. You're not free to go.
Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said today, everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because anytime we talk to somebody, to assure that everything that we've talked about is,
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question,
To the best of my knowledge?
to the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call Brian, please.
that. Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How's
a
it a
trick.
trick? I'm in here to ask you to explain a few things to us.
Uh-huh.
And
You read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. It's still there. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up? Why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
That was a great response he gave her. Look at her. So you did trick me. So you did trick me. No, it's not a trick. It's not a trick. She goes, so what if I hadn't shown up? He just shrugged his shoulders. To be quite honest, they probably wouldn't have been able to arrest her. Because at that point, she hadn't told them everything that they needed to arrest her. Look at him again after she said she's been tricked. Nope, I went back too far. Sorry.
I'm in here to ask you to explain a few things to us.
Uh-huh.
And
You read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. It's still there. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up? Why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
Because
Before y'all said I could leave,
when
that I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes, we were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not gonna have me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no. You'll be afforded a time in court. You'll be afforded an attorney. You'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably like tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
I had
don't
a sneaky
work in
suspicion
the
this was gonna happen. And I need water like really bad, please.
house.
You all tricked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes as I go.
What? Am I good on that?
Damn the luck. She just bought that pack of smokes. She just got those cancer sticks. Just got them. And he's like, no, so I can't smoke. No, so I can't smoke in jail. No, sorry, this is not the Shawshank Redemption, you weirdo. It is not. You just said you wanted me to come down and we would sort things out. And it seems to me, like you said, that's what we did. That's what we did. Well, what about Lucas? Someone's got to call Brian. You'll be afforded a phone call. Well, how long is all that going to take? Well, this is 2024, Home Skillet. Seems like it's going to take you a long time. And not one tear has been shed for George, or even for herself, or for Lucas. Not for anyone. It is like she is devoid of emotion. None of this is registering how serious it is. That tells me that she, if I was a professional and I could diagnose something like this, I would say she's probably a sociopath. What up, Halo? There is something wrong here because she is offended. Because a narcissist can cry. A narcissist can be like, but psychopath, totally different story. I don't touch those on this channel too often. A sociopath is usually what we deal with on here. We really do. And they can turn it off and on, but she is a different breed. Had she gotten out of the way of herself and let the chips fall where they may, even a first-year law student could have navigated through this. But instead, she has done all this to herself. And to her son, and to George, to his family, to her ex-husband, Brian, to her family. Because we say on this channel all the time, it's not just the victim and the criminal. It's not that way. There is a big web of people that it personally affects. Well, you stepped in it big time this time, Sella. Now, what is your next move? And I can't wait to see. Because I have a feeling she's got a lot of letter writing to do between now and September 24th. Because it's a short time between September 24th and October 7th when she's got to get to court and represent herself. She's got a lot of writing to do. And I mean, she's got a lot of stuff to prepare for. But you know what? Here's the whole thing. No one knows the story better than her. That's the truth. Nobody knows it better than her. She should be able to defend this easily, especially since it wasn't intentional. She's just too damn dumb. Well, I won't even say that. She doesn't know anything about the legal system. She doesn't know how to get certain things thrown out. She doesn't know how to do these things. And had she given at least one of those attorneys a chance, she wouldn't be where she is right now. Jail time? Of course she's going to serve that. Of course she's going to serve that. And she should. She's already been there for like what? 4 years? 4.5 years now? She should be halfway through her sentence right now had she taken that plea deal. She's out of her damn mind. But I'm here for it. I am here for it. And I know you all are too. You guys are the absolute best. You know why? Because you're always here for the right reasons. we talk about these crimes. I always say, if you've got the time, I've got the crime. Every day at 9 a.m., we're good friends. And I mean, on the channel and off. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. I'm going to dip over into Discord and see what you guys are stirring up over there. I've been getting notifications left and right overnight. What are we going to do with you girls? Pat K, have you been keeping notes on what's going on in Discord? That's right, B-Slims, and no drama too. Who's got time for that? What is more dramatic than the cases we talk about? That's always been something I've said, and maybe I'm a simple person. What is more dramatic than what we're talking about? Today's subject. A man suffocates in a suitcase. What's more dramatic than that? What the hell? What is more dramatic than that? At least for Thursday. You still haven't seen Friday. All right, you guys are the absolute best. I will see you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Love ya bunches.